Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. So as a main opportunity you have the Fight card, which really symbolizes your ability to push forward your own ideas and your own mind and your own truths. So you may be ready to stand for yourself, stand for what you believe without fearing what other people will think, or without fearing not having validation outside in the world for the way you want your life to be, and for the way you want things to happen within your own reality. So you are ready for the fight, and you have an opportunity to do so and to really express yourself, especially if you have been holding yourself back, if you have been holding things, information that you know it needs to be talked about, you know it needs to be expressed, you can do so this week because you are ready to fight for your own rights. In whichever area of your life this applies, you have an opportunity to stand for yourself and be ready, be brave to take a stand for what you believe, which most of the times is really hard for a Libra to do because they are so they are really worried about what other people think, and they tend to be so aware of different opinions, different ideas, that most of the times they lose themselves, and they forget what they believe, they forget what their own ideas and their own opinions are. So you can take a stand this week if you have been running away from it, if you have been away from your own self and your own mind. You have an opportunity to express and to be ready to whatever opposition you may face. You are ready because you have realized that it's time to do so. You have realized that it's time for you to be truthful with your own self and to speak out whatever you want to speak out. The challenge is introspection. So the challenge is to get out of that passive state of being where you are just you're sitting without wanting to do or say anything. Many times, this is what we need to do: to meditate, to reflect upon, to know, to exactly know what it is that we need to do when we don't know what to do. But you already have been there. You already have done the work of self-reflecting. And that's why you're ready to express and to put out there your ideas and your beliefs. So get out of that passive state of being where you're just resisting the idea of talking, you're resisting the idea of expressing, of fighting for your own rights. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be a battle, because it's something that we should do naturally. We should feel secure and okay to say what we need to say, to express our own ideas, our own thoughts, without fearing rejection, without fearing opposition, without fearing confrontations. So the challenge is to get out of the passive state. The challenge is to get out of that silence and speak out, speak up, because that can be consuming if you don't do so. That can consume you as all those voices surround you, but in a different way. In this way, she's meditating because she's witnessing what every single of these voices has to tell her. In this case, you already know. You already know what you have to say. You already know which truth you want to put out there. It's just about you being brave and strong enough to do so, to get up and put it out there without fearing rejection or opposition. So the overall energy for you this week is to be active in your mental state, to be active, to speak out, to not fear any kind of rejection, because the only person that can reject your own ideas and your own opinions about something, it's yourself. So if you have been holding back, Now it's time to push forward and to put yourself out there and give yourself your own voice. The advice card is new perspective. So see things from a different angle, see things from a different perspective, see things from a whole new way where you shift your usual way of communicating, you shift your usual way of reacting, you shift your usual way of just behaving, because that behavior until this moment could be really much more focused on others, on social standards, social interactions. Now it's time for you to shift that perspective, have a whole new way of thinking and perceiving reality, and acknowledging that you are important, your voice is important, your opinions is important, your right to be who you are is the most important thing you will ever have in your life, because it's yourself. It's your own ability to love yourself for who you are, because you already know who you are. And when you do, you have no fear of saying, of defending yourself, because you are so connected with, again, your soul and your essence. And the way to do so this week could be from seeing things from a whole new way, from a whole new perspective, from a whole new different realization of communicating, of expressing yourself. So really be active this week, because you are seeing things in a whole new way, and you need to put that out. The energy is for you to put that out. Every single thing that you all the knowledge that you have been acquiring is huge. You should never be afraid to share it, because even though you may be afraid of the rejection, think about how much people will admire you, how much people will feel inspired by your example of just expressing who you are, and how many others will feel inspired to do the same from themselves. If you shift again your perceptions, you will see that you have much more positive things to gain than negative from speaking out and from being brave and active about your own ideas and your own self. So Libra, I wish you a great week. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing, and hopefully we'll see each other next week.